All right, Knights of Apollo, what's up, guys? How's it going? Hope you guys are doing well, and welcome back to another glorious battle in Rome 2 Total War. I know it's been a long time, but we're back. We got an epic 3v3 here, a nice little siege battle. Got some cool factions as well, so it's going to be quite the fight. So sit back, relax, get some snacks and drinks, and be distracted for a good 30 minutes from the real world. Anyways, let's jump in with the factions here. So like I said, it's a 3v3. We got this cool barbarian settlement. You got a nice little river flowing through it. The name of the map escapes me, but there is a nice little section here. I don't know if this section will come into play because I don't think the victory point is here. There is a capture point, but it's not the victory point, so I highly doubt and the fact that the attackers are attacking, you know, the other side. Oh, hold on. What is happening here? Hold the phone. We've got an unfortunate mistake by the attackers and a really good job by the defenders to capitalize on this opportunity. It looks like an Eastern Onager was completely out of position. I think he forgot to deploy it on the other side with the rest of his army, so the Cav was able to swoop in and take it out. That's a huge win. And now, guys, they're going for the archers, but we do have some elephants, some Egyptian elephants coming over to try to protect the archers, and they only get a little quick jabby throw. And wow, I didn't expect this to pop off so quickly. This is very exciting. Now the archers are seeking revenge. Retribution. How dare you even think about charging us? And they shoot their arrows into the blob. They are kind of charging into some thorax swordsmen and just trying to do some pinball damage here, just pinballing around. But it does look like this is going to deflate here a bit. And oh, they did not completely kill the artillery crew, so they need to finish them off, or these guys will. There's enough men to take over and keep firing. Anyways, let's do some slow motion here, because holy moly, this is intense. So let's start with the attackers. So we have two Egyptian armies. You have one taking two powerful Mediterranean factions here. We've got Carthage taking on Egypt. That's going to be quite the showing here to see these guys killing each other, or, you know, fighting each other, YouTube. And then we have Pontus, which is a decent faction. And then here's the other Egyptian army that's going to be attacking from, I guess this would be the west side on the map. Anyways, on the defense, we've got Carthage, like we saw earlier, Lusitani, which is a solid Iberian faction. And then finally, we have the Adrician Kingdom, which is, they can be good because of their Thracian nobles and their, you know, high damage units, but they're also tricky to use because they don't have great archers, and they're, well, I think they're better on defense. They're not like a, they're definitely a support faction. They're not a faction that you would use to hold the front line. It's more you just throw them in while other units are holding the front line. So we'll see how he uses these Thracian warriors, which again, very weak to archer fire, but can pump out, they're like glass cannons. They can pump out high damage. All right, let's go to the front lines here, because already, wow, this battle is going. It is picking up. And we've got the Egyptians using oh my gosh, I can't talk. Egyptians, Galatian swordsmen, leading the charge against, what do we have here? The mercenary. Okay, they're both using kind of mercenaries here at this. To be fair, Carthage is like nothing but mercenaries pretty much. But yeah, they're fighting a hard fought battle for the front lines. Sorry, I just woke up, all right? So words are not formulating properly in my mind. Here we got another fight. This time we got Libyan infantry rather than the mercenary. Well, I guess the Libyan infantry are mercenaries. Anyways, a nice fight. More Galatian swordsmen trying to create a foothold in the initial part of the settlement. So I love that the defenders are being hyper aggressive and trying to hold the walls against such reckless hate. Now we have Pontus closing in with their wave of siege towers. Yeah, okay. Maybe I need to drink like an energy drink or something. I don't ever drink energy drinks. I'm like, I don't know. I can't do caffeine because I'll like go into a shaking panic attack, you know? Like my body cannot do caffeine. Anyways, Lusitani is now holding the line against the other Egyptian army, which is not sending in the Celtic troops, but thorax swordsmen, which is a very solid. They're like the feudal knights of medieval 2. They're just a workhorse faction or unit. They're not the best units in the game, but they're certainly not the worst. I would say they're like above average, probably more than above average. They're really good, but you know, they're on the lower end of really good. But yeah, they're going to do a good job against this Iberian swordsman unit. Now, there are a lot of Iberians here, so it could be a little bit of a challenge. We'll see. Egypt probably needs to send up more as we speak. They only have 2 siege towers here. They need to send up more. I don't know why he brought so little siege towers. Always bring a lot of siege towers. More than you need. It's better to have more than you need than not enough. So always bring a lot. And look at this. We got another sally out here, but it's not going so hot. The Thracian Royal Cav. It could have gone. I don't know. We could be seeing the tail end of it. I think they're just trying to charge and slow down the Egyptian approach. Now they're burning down the gate. How dare they? Yeah, they're burning down the gate, trying to take down the gates, and they are doing their best to try to attack on multiple fronts. Nice use of mercenary Iberian swordsmen using their secondary javies or spears, or pila. Probably just you'd call them javies, but yeah, they're trying to soften up from a distance. I like that. The angle is not great because they're kind of firing into the shields directly, but that's a good use of completely using your unit, you know, and trying to exhaust every capability the unit has before they disappear, as in before they get destroyed. So far, Carthage is doing a great job of maintaining their front line, and really Egypt he's got a lot to deal with here, and he doesn't have a lot of siege towers. He needs more siege towers. Always bring more. Pontus has the right idea. Look at the amount of siege. And what is he doing? He needs to get in there like full force. Why is he holding back? He needs to get in there and fight. Now, I like what Egypt's doing here. Egypt on this side, the other Egypt, we'll refer to them as, they are full on total warring it right now, as in they're using every capability they have to punch a hole through this defense. And one of the great weaknesses of the Lusitani faction is their weakness to skirmishers. So great job there, moving up the archers and crushing these veteran shield warriors. And their backs are still, they're like, they're still shooting at us. Keep running. But yeah, they're getting banged up. They're getting banged up. So yeah, more units are pouring in. They're taking control of this tower. So it looks like Egypt's going to take this one, which is good. And now Pontus is pursuing along with Egypt to take control of this little capture point, which is going to give them some bonuses and take away some bonuses from the defenders. Now, this is not good for Carthage because his flank is now exposed. If I'm Egypt, I would abandon this attack over here. Your allies have gotten a foothold. They have gotten a foothold. There's no need to keep throwing your men into the meat grinder like they are right here. So they need to reorganize. They need to regroup up or group up with the Pontic forces, use these siege towers, and join forces with their allies because he's lost too much. And he still has a good, healthy, he's got the best part of his army left over. So there's no need to throw these guys into the meat grinder when they could be used way more effectively in this section of the map. All right, so also abandon the gate. Like, I would say abandon everything starting here all the way to here. Like, forget about this. You should go here, you know? Oh, that's not. You should go here, you know? Send your troops here. This is the stronghold. And then over here, the fact that... Wait, why are these bowmen... Are these bowmen already out of ammo? No way. No way, but look at this. Look at this massive sally out by the Thracian, the Odrysian kingdom. I think they're going to try to make a move and fight. This is a high risk move here. But if they can actually go and get these Pontic forces by surprise, they could do some good damage. Let's see, these archers, please tell me they have, okay, they still have ammo. Yeah, these archers should be focusing their fire on Lusitani. I keep wanting to call him Lusitani. Hey, Lusitani, this is my faction, we're Lusitani. You know, if only they were from Italy. But yeah. Yeah, the archers need to be used sparingly because I just realized, guys, not only do we have Lusitani that is weak to archer fire, also the Odrysian kingdom is weak to archer fire. So archers are going to be a big play for the attackers, and the attackers are attacking on multiple fronts right here. And we've got some Thorac and Pontic swordsmen taking on the veteran shield warriors, and let's not forget the Odrysian kingdom, who have thrown some units into the fight finally. Ooh, look at this. They're gonna go around the flank. They need more units up here pronto. But look at this. I mean, they cut off reinforcements, it looks like. Veteran shield warriors. I almost want to just stick with Lusitani. Lusitani is doing a good job of cutting off reinforcements, so that means these units here are going to get pummeled. This is the worst position you can be in against these Thracian warriors. The worst position you can be in. And then the fight over here is a bit of a meat grinder as well. Egypt, what are you doing, bro? He's got some pikemen, which actually in this environment might be fairly effective. It's a mess. It's a mess. Yeah, it might be fairly effective. I don't know why he's charging everything through this gate. At least the gate is neutralized and he's not getting oil poured on him. And not in a good way, you know what I mean? In the bad way. The boiling hot oil that will instantly make your flesh fall apart and curl. Yeah, so at least he's not dealing with that, but I don't like that he's blobbing up his forces like this. This is kind of irresponsible, if I dare say. Now, over this way, I don't know. Let's see. The Odrysian kingdom should keep sending units and attacking the flank here. Maybe it's, oh, maybe a lot of, oh, I see, it's the archer fire. Yes, see, the archer fire is going to be so vital for the attackers. They got to make sure they preserve ammo, but use it tactfully. You know, they got to use it against units where they're very weak against it. Now, back over this way, the Odrysian kingdom and Lusitani are kicking butt. They've just defeated an entire flank. Oh, and now, oh my gosh. They have full on sent the Thorac nobles. Guys, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't expect them to actually pursue this, and it seems like it's going pretty well. I don't know, it's tough to say. It does look like, I mean, they went in, I don't know how many units they actually killed here. Maybe a couple men. But Pontus is trying to keep these guys at bay with this cav. Egypt has some elephants. We've got some chariots as well. Man, like, what is happening over here? So they're going to try to come from the attacker's own side. So it does, let me slow motion here really quick. It does appear that Egypt shifted a lot of his units this way and this way. So it seems like they kind of abandoned this section, which I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea. Also, let's see, elephants are going in. I don't know. I think the elephants should have joined the fight a bit earlier. Like, I think they should be in the city right now helping out with those choke points. But this isn't a terrible fight because The elephants aren't having to deal with fire arrows or enemy archer fire. So they are wrecking this unit. So, and this is risky. This is really risky for the defenders, because keep in mind they have less money. So naturally they have either less troops or weaker troops. So losing troops like this without getting many kills is pretty bad. It does not help the cause, you know, your defensive cause. So yeah, we'll see how this progresses. But again, Pontus has sent up Pontic swordsmen, and once again they're getting flanked. It's like they didn't learn from their lesson earlier, or maybe they're allowing it so the flank of these guys are exposed and they can use some Javi support there. Again, why? Oh wait, where did these guys? Oh, did they go through the? Oh, okay. I was like, where? How did the Adrician Kingdom get behind the attackers? And it's the gate. They weren't watching the gate. But that's okay. This unit's going to get surrounded. It's not a big deal. So they might get a couple kills here and there. But yeah. A couple mistakes from both sides here for sure. But it's still a very close battle. Uh-oh, the elephants. There we go. Nice cav charge to support the elephants. Very nice. The Adrician units are breaking. And these elephants have 101 kills. With elephants, considering their price, you definitely want to try to get them at least over 200 kills. 200 decent kills, not like 200 archers who are out of ammo. You know what I mean? Like some decent units they want to start chipping away at to make them worthwhile. Elephants can sometimes be a high risk, because if you're taking on a smart player, they are easy to get rid of if you have archers in the right place at the right time. Excuse me, at the right time. So, we'll see how the elephants play out this battle. But nice archer support. This is what I'm talking about. Very good archer support. They just rip through those Adrician units, and they just got to keep going. Now we do have finally some oh, did they just use up their ammo? They got 89 kills. The Cretan archers, they open fired at the attacking archers, these Nubian bowmen. It looks like some of the Nubian bowmen are out of ammo as well. Let's hope that they're preserving some of their ammo. They're gonna need it, because a lot of what's left of these defenders are Lusitani. Oh, slingers? Oh, wow. He's got a lot of slingers. I don't know how I feel about that. I feel like he should probably get that, you know, up in the fight. Like, try to really get them up there, because, you know, there's a nice balance of using archers. You know, there's a nice balance where you don't want to use them too early, but you also don't want to use them too late. You have to use them wisely, like an even spread throughout the battle. So you do use them early and you use them in the late game. But now Carthage is sending in their archers who have no more ammo. Oh, chopping that guy's head off. That was gnarly. Oh man, gutting these guys like pigs. So I don't know. This is this looks a little troublesome for the defenders. I don't know. It still looks pretty close. I like how aggressive Lusitani's being over here on this side. Yeah, he's pushing pretty hard. He's got his Lusitani nobles. Lusitani. Is it Lusitani? Lusitani? Lusitoni. Definitely not Lusitoni. There's no O in the name. You know? So yeah, they're doing a good job. They're doing a good job, and they do have some slingers in action. These guys are really good. Really, really good for Lusitani. Lusitani. Yeah, so they're really good. And they can rack up some kills, and that's 100% what they're doing. Guys, this is never a good idea to have pikemen just stationary like this. Personally, I wouldn't get pikemen at all. I know a lot of people are like, what? Pikemen are so good. It is interesting to see, like, how much pikemen have fallen off in terms of the meta, because really good players are really, really good at taking out pikemen to the point where they're almost useless. When you're taking on a really good player, that player is going to make you micro so much. And not only just micro, making sure your units are in the right place at the right time, but also in the right position, making sure their shields are looking the right way. So if they are shot at with arrows, they block more. So this is not good. And if you take on any good players, pikes are just such a pain to keep alive. And sure, if you can get them in a good spot, they can rack up a lot of kills. But against a good player, good luck with that. That's going to be tough. Now back over this way, we have a massive push by the Adrician Kingdom, and there's not much holding back this angry mob. We've got one unit of Royal Thorax Swordsmen, and just like that, they're running through them. I wouldn't consider this a push through, even though the unit's still, they're down to 38 men. It's like, you know, they're pretty much not there. So yeah, that's not good. A lot of units are gonna get surrounded here. We got Egyptian bowmen that are gonna get cut off. You got a swordsman unit, Galatian Royal Guard, that's gonna get surrounded. We have the general of the Adrician Kingdom leading the charge here. And then the pikemen, you're screwed. Look, if the pikemen move forward to try to help, their flank is gonna get exposed. So they're stuck there. This is what I'm talking about. Pikemen are so one-dimensional, and you need units that are multi-dimensioned if they're going to be worthwhile against good players. Let's go back over here. This is the most, I would say, the most promising push for the attackers, but it seems like even though this attack started off very well, it seems like it's losing gas a little bit. It's a little deflated at this point. And now we've got pikes charging through the gate. We got Hellenic Royal Guard. And they need to push up there. They need to get up there. And these archers need to focus fire on those pikes. He's got some Cretan archers. Oh my gosh, he's got 238 kills. This unit's going off. What do they focus? Don't worry about the nakeds, man. I know they're an easy target, but go for the pikemen. Get the pikes, because look at them. They're right here, and they're so weak to archer fire. So weak. Pontus holding back the Adrician horde. They went in and they cleaned up. Look at this horde of Thracian warriors. But they cleaned up the, what was it, Egypt's Galatian Royal Guard unit. So very good move right there. That was very good. I mean, they went through, they broke through, and you got to watch your flanks even when you're attacking. It's not just a defensive concern. You got to watch your flanks. Now we've got a great just mosh pit of a fight. And I think Carthage is doing a good job of keeping these guys back while his teammates are just chipping away at the other parts of the army, of the attacking army. So they got them blobbed up, but this is not a force to take lightly. I mean, if they break through, there's not a lot holding them back. They do have a lot of slingers going to town, slinging at them, and they can definitely rack up a lot of kills. And again, they're focusing on the pikemen. That's good to see. You got to take out the pikemen in this situation. And now we've got some units resting here, some really good units as well that still have not seen any action. But this is crumbling, guys. Finally, the elephants are going in, but I feel like elephants probably shouldn't go in unsupported. They should not go in unsupported, and they got to keep moving. And this elephant's like gyrating on the ground, very awkward. And oh no! And now the slingers are gonna sling. Oh, imagine being the poor elephant, just getting pelted by stones endless amount of stones. Guys, this was a poor use of elephants. Even though they got close to 300 kills, I think they could have used them a bit more effectively. I think the kill amount is deceiving. Most of their kills, I think, were against Cav and random Thracian warriors that were completely out of position. You want to get kills on units that are in position. And yeah, it's like the floodgates have opened. Look at this. The floodgates have opened. They just took care of the elephants. They're surrounding this poor Pontic unit, just getting absolutely slaughtered. You know, imagine being one of these troops in the unit. You're like, where's the rear guard? Our flank is exposed. No, you're dead. Like, you're just dead. I'm sure even if you surrender, they'll just slice you up. So, this is sad, tragic for those Pontic men who gave their lives for whatever cause this is. I don't know. But yeah, this is troublesome. And now they're sending over more units. They have to. And this is very, very good news for the Carthaginians who are fighting on the other side. Carthage still very healthy. And let's not forget Lusitani. They've got nobles that have not seen any action, fresh troops, and they are most likely going to link up with the Carthaginians and help their fight. And look at, they took care of the pikemen. Pikemen vanquished. That's what I'm talking about. I guess there's a couple pikemen over here, like one unit, but it's just, they don't do anything effective against a good player. You'll get more bang for your buck if you don't get pikemen. I'm telling you. People argue with me all the time. They bring it up. They're like, what are you talking about? Pikemen are so good. It's like, maybe against really bad players, you know, you could easily just put down a pike unit and they'll run into it. But good players know how to handle themselves against pikemen. And if you got an expensive pike unit, say goodbye to that money. Look at, they're still focusing them down. They're still focusing the pikemen with these slingers who have 230 kills. Guys, slingers they can crush. The weakness of slingers is they need like a direct, they're kind of like crossbows. They can't really arc their shot. They need a direct line of sight. But if you give them that sight, oh baby, you're in trouble. All right, now we got the Glacian Royal Guard coming up to reinforce. At this point, the attackers are sending everything they have to win this battle, and it's definitely looking pretty bleak for the attackers. I wouldn't say it's over, but they would have to do some god tier plays to win this battle. And the defenders would have to do some really stupid stuff. To lose the battle. You know what I'm saying? So now they're still shifting around units here and there. There's some good news here. I mean, we got some units winning here for the attackers. They're gonna have to send up more troops. You might as well just send them in. Push on all sides. Squeeze the attackers into dust. And here we go. But now they got to take on some very good nobles. Lusitani nobles. Good stuff. And back over this way, there's still more Lusitani troops that have come in support of the Carthaginians, holding back this last desperate push by the Egyptians. A desperate push. Oh, and here comes a chariot. Okay. Unfortunately, they're already breaking. And look at Carthage running. They're like, get out of here. Sling them. You got to sling them. Use javies, whatever you can. Use projectiles. They're down to 4 now. They're trying. I think he just has to stand his ground and sling at them. Oh, that's... Oh. Wow, that arrow tower just took one out. There we go. This is big. This is big. They're putting up a fight. The attackers aren't going down quietly. Nice. I guess these guys are just going to be forever wavering. Excuse us. Pardon us. Pardon me. Excuse me. Pardon me. Alright, they're going to go over and try to deal with Lusitani's. Oh, no. That's it. Yeah, the slingers saw him. They're like, oh, not today. Not today. It slung the hell out of them. Well, yeah, that was not a good move there. I didn't see the slingers either, but he should have saw them. Okay? He should have saw them. But yeah, I think we're finally seeing after that was kind of their last little push there with the chariots. I think it's safe to say it is impossible for the attackers to win this battle. And now we've got the Egyptian army crumbling and fleeing for their lives. The Egyptian general's like, no, no, not like this. Not like this. Men, charge with me. Fight. We can win this, sir. It's over. It's over, sir. No, get them out of here. You know, they're like crawling they're tugging them, dragging the general out of there. No, I can win this. It's over. Your army is gone. No. And yeah, oof. You got all 3 factions closing in and just slaughtering that general's unit. And now it's down to 1 last unit, which is currently breaking. And there you have it, guys. That is going to be the battle. That was fun. It was, I wouldn't say it was super close, but I think it started off a little shaky for the defenders, but they came back. And really what happened is I think the attackers focused too much. They should have maintained their positions here, because once they kind of gave up here, it allowed the Adrician Kingdom and Lusitani to break through and put pressure on the other side. Also, the Egyptian player charging all his units in the gate like that, big mistake. That was silly. Too much blobbing made it easier for archers to get kills, and it made it easier to contain his men. He should have just sent them up here, strategically moved them in when needed. The fact that they were all in this blob just made it so much easier for the defenders to clean them up. And now we've got a player that is, this is just bad manners here. When the battle's over, it's over. You should admit defeat. You shouldn't horse around like this. But thankfully for us, we can edit it out. All right, guys, here we are. So this was sent in by AXV1, which would be what, 10, 15, 16, right? 16. Anyways, A16. So he got a ton of kills. Wow, Carthage just utterly annihilated. I can see why he sent in this battle replay. All his units getting way more kills than expected, except for maybe his general, but his general, I mean, it's a general unit, who cares? So great job by Carthage. And really, he had the job of holding back the Egyptian army that just kind of threw his entire force into the gate. But yeah, GG to all the players. Thank you, A16, for the replay. I do appreciate it. I've got more replays coming out soon. I also want to say that I've been streaming Monday through Friday around 3 to 4 p.m. doing Bannerlord, so don't miss out on that. And also, I'm going to be starting a members-only playthrough. I'm not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but definitely check that out whenever that comes out. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time on the battlefield.